when the word comes up, the man of God's going to bring you word, you're going to stand up and praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
So stand up.
Thank you, Lord.
Give God praise for his word.
Thank you, Lord.
Help what it says I can do. What it says I can do. You know, I'm thankful today. My nephew Kenny's here. Don't let Kenny. You know, the Bible says some people, they get prayed for and healed on the way. And Kenny, that really, you got an awesome testimony. You love him with all my heart. He's a God man.
We've been waiting for this day for 6 months.
Amen. Take your time.
Like I say, Billy's my uncle. My name's Kenny Harris. Back last year, in July, I started feeling bad, which I had to go on dialysis. So I went on dialysis in January, and by July I got to feeling bad. And one afternoon I went in my bedroom, and I come out, and my son, he just left with his friends. I was there, and when I walked out, I fell out. And fell on the couch, and nobody was there. I had my phone in my hand, and I called the ambulance. I didn't know what was wrong. I just knew something was wrong. And they come and got me and carried me to the hospital. And I went in the hospital, and the doctor come in there that evening and said, well, I've got you on 3 antibiotics. Said you've got a bladder infection and it's went septic. He said, I think I got you on the right one. He said, I'll let you know in the morning, and we'll go from there. So I got up the next morning. He come in bright and early, and he said, yeah. He said, it is exactly what the type of infection I thought. He said, I've got you on the right medicine. He said, you'll be fine. So I stayed in there. He left, and I was in the room by myself there, and all of a sudden, just something black streak just come up, and come right in my face. Had a figure, had a top hat on, no face but eyes, black trench coat, black hat, black suitcase. Come right just like this and said, let me in and I'll heal you. And I'm going, am I dreaming this? And I'm like, and I look, and he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him. We're the only two in the room, you know. And he said, let me in and I'll heal you. So I sat there and I thought, I am dreaming. And I actually looked down and no, I'm not dreaming. I'm awake. I'm as awake as we are here right now. And I looked him dead in the eye and I said, I'll tell you. I said, the only thing that comes in my house, my heart, or anything of mine is Jesus Christ. Amen. I said, nothing else comes in my house. My heart, nothing. Boom. Gone. Well, I got this sense, just like I was laying in a creek, of just water running over me. It was so peaceful. And next thing I looked around me, and there was lights all the way around me. And I rose up out of the bed, and I looked over there, and there was a beautiful, beautiful white door. And I looked behind it, there's another one. And there's lights around it, just like it's around me. There's nothing on this earth that is as pretty as what I've seen. I didn't go in them. Nobody said nothing. Never seen nothing. I just went right to them. I turned around, and laid right back down in bed. I went right back, and the water was running over me. Of course, everything was gone. The lights were still around me, and the water, I could just feel the peace of the water running over me, how peaceful it was. So anyway, I lay there, and I was like, well, people are going to think I'm crazy. You know, and I fell asleep, went to sleep, and as soon as I woke up, God told me, He said, you're not going to die, but said, you've got a long, long road. He said, you're not dying, but you've got a long road that you're going to go down. And I lay there. 2 or 3 days I come home. Well, I thought about this, and I thought about this, and I thought about it, and I hadn't told anybody, you know. I said, and then I got prayed about it, and I done it, and then I thought, I was like, I'm telling everybody. Now, either you believe it or you don't. I don't care. You're going. That's what I'm telling. Is what I seen. So anyway, I never did get well completely, and I had these sores come up on my legs that wouldn't heal. And I went to 13 different doctors, and nobody could find out. I mean, they just looked and sent me back home. So I finally got so bad I was just about bedridden at the house. And then my Aunt Vicki and her husband, they come and carried me to St. Thomas. And I went up there, and as soon as the doctor seen me, he said, I know exactly what that is. And he said, they make some medicine. I'm going to give you some. It works on some people don't. So we're going to try it. And they started giving me the medicine and stuff. I stayed there about a month, maybe a month and a half in St. Thomas. And they would give, like I say, they'd give me that medicine, and I had to have wound care on my legs. And so about a month and a half, they moved me to the nursing home for rehab and wound care and stuff in Dixon. So I went in there, and they got my legs healed up. And on January, I couldn't even, I was in bed from October the 26th to January. So for some reason you remember these days. But from October the 26th to January the 14th, my feet never touched the floor. I was in bed. I couldn't, they'd have to pick me up in a sheet, put me in a gurney to do my dialysis. So my legs started healing. Of course, me and Billy prayed, and I have to call him Billy. He's my Uncle Billy, but I've talked to him so much, he's my best friend. He's Billy to me. But we prayed, and I got another friend. We prayed over the phone, and they set me up January the 14th, and I just fell over. Didn't have enough strength to even sit up on the side of the bed. So they worked with me, the rehab and stuff, and got me where I could sit up on the bed, got me where I could take about 4 steps with a walker, or 5, and then, of course, I'd have to take a wheelchair to get in. So I watched my legs, and as it was healed, I kept telling them, I said, when my legs get healed, I want to get out of here. So they healed up. And March the 8th, I come home, I was in a wheelchair. I mean, I couldn't walk. I couldn't walk from here to the door. And that was with a walker. So I would get up every morning, and I'd take my walker, and I'd go to the kitchen, and I got an island in the kitchen, and I'd walk 1 time around it. get back to after I do my devotion and stuff, I'd walk one time around it. And so I tried to make two, I never could make two. And then I kept on working, finally I'd make 2 trips, and then I'd do 3. Well, I went on like that with the walker, and at night I would take my walker and I'd just set it at the door, and I'd walk to my bed where I could hold them on my bed and hold on to my furniture. Well, I was laying there one morning, and I used to do dialysis at home at night. I'd unhooked, I'd done my devotion, and I was sitting there listening to music on my phone, and I said, well, I'm going to get up. Of course, I'd have to kick my legs, and I mean, it was a strain to get up, out of the bed. Well, I started to kick my legs, and when and it happened so quick. He told me, he said, Kenny, you don't need that walker. You don't need it. So I stood up, got on up, and I was standing there by the bed, and I started to go to the walker. I said, hold it. I said, he told you that you didn't need that walker. I said, what are you doing? Don't go to that walker. Well, I'll tell y'all right now, the only time I've touched that walker since then is to move it out of my way. He said, you don't need to walk. Now, don't get me wrong, I didn't take off running, sprinting, but I got up and I walked, and I haven't used nothing since. And, of course, over the time, I've had so many blessings. When I pulled in this parking lot, never been here before. This is the first time I've been here. I could tell that there was a lot of prayers coming out of here for me. I mean, I could tell, and I'm still, like I say, I'm still on dialysis, but I got a call Friday to go back on the transplant list. God's going to heal my kidneys. He's either going to heal this one or however he wants to do it. He's either going to heal this one or give me another one. However, I'm going to do however he wants me to do it. But he just, like I say, he's blessed me. And I have one more story to tell you. I go to my doctors every month. I have to go to my dialysis doctor, and then I go to for my kidney doctor, and then I go to my regular doctor. Of course, every time I walk in, they're like, we cannot believe that you're walking. We can't even believe you're alive. They said most people that gets this don't even make it 6 months. And I'm like, well, I never even thought, that never crossed my mind. My mind was to get where I was going to get to walk. But I walked into my other doctor, my regular doctor, and she come in there and she said, I'm going to tell you something. She said, my husband is a bodybuilder, and his friends and stuff, and she said, I've seen people with willpower, and she said, you've got more willpower than anybody ever seen. And I told her, I said, I ain't got no more willpower than anybody else. I said, God gives everybody willpower. It's how you pray and how you use it. Amen. I said, all you got to do is tap into it. Pray and tap into it. And you can, it's there for everybody. Amen. And but that's where I'm at right now. And I'm almost there. As soon as I get these kidneys well, I'll be 100% again. Amen. But I appreciate y'all letting me tell my story, and I hope y'all get something out of it. Amen.